Susan Paget, and you're watching The Change Guru. This is a place where we have a weekly conversation about all things midlife. I'm coming at you this week from my hotel room in San Diego, California. I'm attending my cousin's wedding with my gray hair, so I'm really looking forward to seeing my family. But during my travels, I got a really cool newsletter from a woman named Natasha Lakos, and she's a branding guru, and she does these really great interviews with all kinds of different women. But this one particular newsletter that I got while I was traveling really caught my eye. And I subscribe to a lot of newsletters, but when you are traveling, you kind of just do any emails that are kind of more like need to know basis. But this particular newsletter of Natasha's really stood out to me because she interviewed a woman named Cheryl Barr, and she's a master life coach based in the US. But Cheryl says this really great quote and made me think of us, and it goes, "Fear is your rocket fuel. Freedom is your reward." Your reward. Now, how does that apply to us at midlife? Well, a lot of us over 40 really want to make massive changes. And the challenging thing is some of those changes are really scary to make. Maybe the change itself, the idea of it isn't that hard, but just the actual doing of it is scary. Maybe, it's not a decision it's a decision that's going to affect other people or whatever. There can be a variety of reasons that will bring up a lot of fear. And the problem with the fear is that for some of us, fear holds us back and keeps us from making change because we would rather stick with the thing that is making us uncomfortable, but we're certain about, rather than venture off into the unknown. So the idea about this fear being your rocket fuel is challenging the idea that fear is a bad thing. It's challenging the idea that when fear brings up all kinds of adrenaline and makes you feel, you just feel completely tense, it makes you think, okay, wait, what if I interpreted those feelings as rocket fuel, as power, as an instigator to actually make a move and doing things? So it actually gives you another approach rather than just being kind of catatonic and not moving out of a situation because you're scared. It makes you say, okay, I'm going to take action. I've got to do this thing. I'm going to use this energy and do something about it. It reminds me a lot of that video that I did a few weeks back about how to use the tension and the irritability of perimenopause as an awesome bullshit detector. So it is, rather than feeling irritable and using it in a negative way, you're using irritability in a positive way of it being a way that your senses are so heightened and that your instincts are so strong that you actually can use that really intense power and channel it to something good. So this is the same way with fear, using it as rocket fuel. Now in it, she also says freedom is your reward. The freedom is being able to make change. The freedom is using that fear as rocket fuel. And when you do something with that energy, do something to making change, you are releasing so much. You are releasing the old and letting new in. You are dropping old ideas. And it's freedom. It's like shackles come off. As challenging as it is, you're rewarded for the effort that you make when you step out into the unknown. I've always been rewarded every time I've kind of jumped off the proverbial cliff. Everything always really, you get supported. It's like a weird message, if you want to be hippie about it. It's like a weird message from the universe that the universe supports you when you do good things, when you put good out into the world. So fear is your rocket fuel. Freedom is your reward. Thank you, Cheryl Barr, for an awesome quote. And what I want to do is invite you to think of something that you want to make a change and ask yourself, if you are afraid, if fear is holding you back, what is one thing you can do to change that feeling of fear and turn it into rocket fuel? If you've ever done something, you've kind of faced your fear and you've done it anyway, or you've channeled your fear and turned it into rocket fuel, I would love to hear from you. And your story can also inspire all of us. So can you post what happened below when you challenged fear and channeled it into a really strong empowering way, I would love to hear about it. Now, don't forget, you can subscribe to these videos. I do them every single week, no matter where I am. And I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching. Feel the fear, use it as rocket fuel. Okay, I'll talk to you next week. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.